Hey there everybody, this is Caitlin here and welcome back to Card Game Tuesday, the day of the week where we discuss all things card game related. I'm finally back after my week-long hiatus with everything, as you saw from the video yesterday that I uploaded, from the spoilers that I was trying to catch up with. Later on in the day today, I will actually have my reaction to, because I believe it's going to be spoilers every Tuesday and Friday technically, so hopefully, if I'm correct in that, and I'm pretty sure that's right, I'll be having a video later on today discussing the spoilers from today. But in particular today, I want to just make a quick video just so you guys know what my exact plans and that are and how my kind of practice and training is going towards GP Birmingham. If you didn't know, Force of Will are having another Grand Prix in the UK. It's actually going to be in Birmingham. It is taking place on the 3rd of June, so basically next week, which is kind of scary how close it is actually. It's going to be held, I believe, at the UK Games Expo, which, if you don't know, it's like a tabletop convention or whatever. So there's going to be stuff like to do with like tabletop RPGs and campaigns like that, and like other card games and all that kind of good stuff, whatever, role-playing games and dungeon explorers and stuff like that. So it's going to be a really good convention. I'm really looking forward to it. I believe that we, like, all our plans are kind of made, all the tickets and trains and everything are booked. So our plan is, our group of people from our locals in Glasgow, we are travelling down the Friday. I believe we're going to catch a kind of similar train to the one we caught last time, where we're leaving about, I believe, like 6:30 or so, whatever. We probably won't get to Birmingham until about 11 o'clock at night, so it's going to be pretty late, and we're going to need to get up really early in the morning, because the GP, I believe, starts at 10 or half 10 or something like that. You have to get up pretty early or whatever, because I believe it starts at 10, and I think it's on until, depending on how many people register, I believe there's at least maybe 50 odd people at least interested in the event. Whether or not there's going to be 50 odd people actually there is another matter, but it could go on till about maybe 7 o'clock or something like that. So we'll travel down on the Friday and get our place. We managed to get a nice little Airbnb apartment place, which will be a great upgrade from the last place that we actually stayed at, actually. No offense to it or whatever, but, you know, it wasn't really a good night's sleep or whatever, or very comfortable. So I'll be very glad to have that upgrade or whatever. And basically the Saturday is dedicated to the GP. We were thinking about possibly all staying the same time for the Sunday, because the convention is running, I believe, from Friday all the way till Sunday. But considering how long it takes to travel to Birmingham, and considering how much, like, how so tired I was last time when we went to Manchester and everything like that, I decided I'm just, like, a couple of us are going to head back early. So we're getting the train home about 11 o'clock or something like that, and it'll get us back home for about late afternoon. So sadly I won't be sticking around whatever to fully check out the convention or whatever, but I'm sure there'll be maybe a point or whatever where we can have like a quick look around and stuff, because I believe there's like tables selling like card game stock, like sleeves and mats and all those kind of stuff. So it would be interesting to see that and everything like that. So I'm not actually going to say what I've decided or settled on for the deck that I'm running, because I still think you'll have 2 weeks to practice with it and whatnot, and I still need to finalise actually like my numbers and what like is going to be in my side deck and everything like that, because obviously you need to fill in the form and have your side deck decided and all this stuff, so that obviously when they swap out cards and everything like that between rounds, you know exactly what's going back in the main deck, what's staying in the side deck, all that stuff. So I think I've learned a lot from the previous GP, obviously. That was like my initial kind of like testing the waters and whatnot to figure out how it was going to go down. So now this time I'm going to be totally prepared. I'm going to make sure I have a proper breakfast in the morning, because obviously there are no breaks in between this. There are absolutely no breaks. Basically, it's the only time you get to yourself is in between rounds or whatever when they start next pair up. So eat breakfast, first of all. Bring lots of water and food with me, because I basically last time when we went to the GP, I only brought one bottle of water, and I quickly drank it, and I was literally dying. When you're in like a crowded room, or at least a crowded like hall area with so many people in such a tight knit like packed space or whatever, you can get warmed up pretty quickly. It can get roasting. So I know I definitely bring water, obviously. Food to snack on, because I remember at one point I nipped out and ran over to a Tesco to grab like 2 croissants, because literally I was just like, I just need something cheap and something that will fill me with energy and whatnot. And I was just like, I saw croissants, and I was like, I need the croissants, I'll have the croissants. So bring snacks, actually, that would be a good idea. And you know, keep an eye out on everything like that's going on and everything like that. Make sure that I've like read up on all my interactions and my rules and everything. So there was a couple of interactions last time when I was playing that kind of confused me, and I felt like an idiot, like not realizing it at the time, because obviously I never played at such a competitive level, and the way that people were like not rule sharking, but that way where it's just like I felt like somewhat like not irritated, but like sometimes people would point something out and I felt like such an idiot ever, but it was mainly just the tone that was pointed out in that maybe made me feel like a little bit like people were a wee bit condescending or whatever. But ignoring that aside, I'm going to be totally in the zone, professional, playing these card games, if you can be professional playing card games and whatever. So I am really looking forward to it. Again, I'm just going to hopefully have a good time. If any of you guys are going to be there, be free to say hi to me or whatever beforehand, or like if you recognise me from last time. I know maybe a couple of people maybe subscribed to me after the Manchester GP because I did make a vlog about it. So if any of you guys are heading to Birmingham for this GP, feel free to like say hi to me or whatever before the event starts up or whatever, because we've still got time when people are registering and stuff, potentially getting their promos and all that stuff. I believe the playmat is the exact same for people who enter. It's the one with the Vingolf stone rulers and all that stuff on it. So I was thinking that because of that, we are quickly approaching 500 subscribers on the channel, which is really great. It's super awesome. I think we're sitting about 480 odd or whatever, so we're maybe about 20 odd away or whatever from that. I am going to do another giveaway. In particular, one person who I won't name names, but one person who did enter the playmat giveaway, and I sent their playmat out to them, actually bounced back to me after 2 months, because obviously that was 2 months ago when I did that giveaway. The playmat bounced back because of like a wrong address or something like that. So I've messaged the person in particular. They know who they are, hopefully, if they've read their message, to ask about it, because obviously I want to send them out their playmat and everything like that. So please, if you plan to like enter my next giveaway over that I'm having at 500 subscribers, I am planning on giving away the GP mat that I'm going to get hopefully at Birmingham. If you are going to plan and enter, please only do so if you can give me a correct address that I can actually send to, because that one was for America and I did spend on money on the postage and whatnot, and having it bounce back to me was just a bit kind of disappointing or whatnot, because I was just like, I sent that way 2 months ago and they didn't get it, which is kind of bummed. You would have thought they'd have messaged me saying that, hey, I didn't get the playmat. It's like, why not? I don't understand, but yeah. So in future hindsight, if you are planning on entering my next giveaway, please make sure you actually have an address that you can give me that is safe to send to or whatever, because I don't want me spending postage or whatever and it bouncing back to me. But other than that, I am super looking forward to this. I am so hyped. I feel like now that I've had a taste of it, it's like kind of like similar to I was watching the Ruler and the Beats podcast, the J Ruler and Sacred Beats, and they were saying how they got bitten by the competitive bug after they went to their JP, and Busy Dad was the same and all that stuff, and all the other Forceful YouTubers that I follow. So I am super excited. My aim is to place at least maybe a couple of places higher than how I placed last time. I think I was like, after the round 8 or whatever, I think I was like, I was outside of top 30. I'm pretty sure that I believed like at one point I was at 33 or 36, and in my last round I kind of got bumped down because of it. But I'm hoping to at least get in top 30. That would make me happy. That would make me happy if I finished it in top 30. I would say top 16, but that's maybe aiming a bit too high. I don't want to be like too cocky or whatnot. It's like, you know what, I'd be happy if I got top 30. I think that is a reasonable goal for me. I think that's an achievement in itself. I'd be happy with that. If I got top 16, that would be amazing, but I'm not really fully expecting that. So in the zone, getting ready, and I can't wait. And I will definitely be having a vlog as well for the journey and whatnot, and obviously the progress and everything like that. You'll probably see that on the Sunday when we get back and everything like that. So remember, that is next weekend. I will be away to the Force of Will Birmingham GP. And we were also talking about potential GPs. Don't know if there's any more UK ones that are happening this year. I feel like there would be, because we've had we're going to have 2 so far. I feel like there'll maybe be one about maybe October or November time or something like that. But we were joking saying, we should totally go to the France GP, which is like in July, but like trying to travel to France is actually super expensive in the summer. If you didn't know that, I was looking up like what it would cost to fly, and it was like £200. Like, considering I don't currently own a passport, that's probably not a good idea. But c'est la vie, I suppose you could say in French, if that's right. Is that the right word? I'm not too sure. But anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of video, updating you on my progress on training or whatever. I actually feel like quite a strong withdrawal, because obviously with me being sick this last week, I haven't had the chance to actually practice whatever. Busy Dad was actually suggesting that I should download Lackey, which I believe I'm in the process of actually figuring out how to download it. He sent me a whole load of information about it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, if I can get that set up, I can actually start playing and practicing on that. Potentially maybe playing with him, a couple of other content creators and whatnot, maybe even some of you guys or whatever, if we can get that to work, since the battle simulator isn't exactly the best thing to use right now, sadly, because, IP addresses. But other than that, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll probably have another update video or whatever next week, just like, you know, before the panic sets in. We are hopefully planning on, my group of friends, whatever, we're hoping to record another podcast soon, maybe potentially next week or something like that, like just, you know, another one to give us like our first impressions, like before we go back into GP, as we were so very naive the last time that we did it, and it had for like a couple of quite funny reactions and whatnot. So until next time, guys, I will see you all later.